Alright, let's dive into arrow function, a nifty tool in JavaScript that offers a concise way to write anonymous function expressions, especially handy for simple functions like callback functions. Picture this. You have an array of prices that you need to add up using the reduce method. Initially, you might create a function expression named add to handle this task, passing it as a callback to reduce. But if you're only using this add function once, it's kind of cluttering up your code, right? That's where arrow functions come in. By simply removing the function keyword and adding an arrow between the parameters and the curly braces, we transform our add function into an arrow function. Plus, arrow functions have an implicit return. So if your function returns immediately, you can skip the return keyword. And if it's just one line, no need for curly braces either. Neat, huh? In our case, we can even skip using a variable and directly pass the function as the callback. If you want to know more about the reduce function, check out the link in the video description. Now, let's check out a couple more examples. First, we have greetName, a function that logs hello along with a name parameter. Then there's greetTime, which is a bit more complex. It determines the time of the day and returns a greeting based on whether it's morning or night. Let's convert greetName first. Just remove the function keyword, add an arrow, and since it's one line that returns immediately, we can ditch the curly braces and the return statement. Another cool thing about arrow functions is you can drop the parentheses if there's only one parameter. Although if you're using ESLint, it doesn't like this because the arrow can easily be confused for a conditional operator, and since I'm lazy and auto format on save, I'll keep the parentheses. Converting greetTime into an arrow function follows a similar process. But if there are multiple lines before the return statement, keep those curly braces intact. Now, on to when not to use arrow functions. One example we've already seen is the greetTime function. While arrow functions are awesome for small, simple functions, larger ones like this might not benefit from them. They could even end up being more confusing without the function keyword and with the parentheses. But hey, it all depends on the situation. Generally, arrow functions shine for single-use callbacks or similar scenarios. Another thing to watch out for is using arrow functions in object methods. This is because they don't bind the this keyword. Take our example with the person object. It has a name property and two methods, which both log the this.name to the console. One method is an arrow function, while the other is a regular function. The arrow function logs arrow. It's blank on the console, but it's undefined, while the regular function logs regular plus the name. This is because in a regular function, this is determined by how the function is called. When we call the getName function as a method of the person object, this refers to the object the method is a property of. Since arrow functions don't have their own this, they inherit this from where they are defined, essentially their parent's scope, which in this case is the window. There are some nuances to this. For example, since arrow functions look at the parent scope, using them as methods within a class and in callbacks within a method will work, but that's beyond the scope of this video. See what I did there with the scope? No? Anyway, that's a wrap on arrow functions.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy coding!